Shell Arminio, Monroe. I just like a clarification. President Skurbe, you said that the board doesn't hire, but I think that's incorrect. Maybe Ms. Gagliardi will give us a clearer picture, because I believe that it is the Board of Education that does the hiring based on recommendations from the administration.
And I did clarify my statement, and I did say that the
I didn't hear you
recommendations
say
come
that.
from the administration, and the board votes whether to approve or
Right.
not approve the recommendation.
But your statement specifically was the board doesn't hire, and that.
And then I continued on and clarified what I said.
So the board does hire. I just need you to say.
The board does not make the hiring decisions. We do not do the interviews. We do not pick the candidate that we're putting
I
forward
know.
to vote on. I think that is important for the public to understand
And
that.
I
We
agree.
do not take part in, none of us here on the Board of Education, including myself, are in any interviews. We do not take part of looking at the resumes prior to the administration conducting their interviews and making a recommendation. All of that comes up through to the Personnel Committee,
Right.
who then reviews that. The Personnel Committee then either puts it forward or asks the administration to go back and look at other candidates or possibly repost a job.
Right.
At that point, the administration makes a recommendation, and then that recommendation to hire somebody comes to the board, and it's either approved or not. So at the end, yes, the board approves to hire somebody, but we do not pick the person to hire. So when people are coming up saying, hire this person, the board cannot. We cannot put a person ourselves on the agenda to vote on. That has to come up through the administration as a recommendation to the board.
That's all, and I agree with you. But when you said that the board doesn't hire, I thought that was, I agree with everything you said. You don't have to repeat it. I get it. But I think, and again, I don't want to say legally, but I think that the board is the body that does the hiring after recommendations from the administration. I have no question about that. I just wanted that clarified. If you allow Mr. Gagliardi to correct me, that would be fine. But I don't think a correction is necessary.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think what I said is accurate. Did I say something incorrect, Mr. Gagliardi?
No, my assumption, but of course I know what the law is when you're saying the board doesn't do the hiring, meaning the board can't just hire people,
Right.
or fire people for that matter, right? What you meant was the board can only react to recommendations from the superintendent.
There you
And
go.
I think that's clear.
Thank you. That was the clarification I was looking for.
And that was for answering a member of the public who told this board to hire somebody specifically.
Well,
We don't do that.
I think the public can express themselves as to the desire and recognition of an employee to be either hired or continue to be hired. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and to request that the administration and the board, because the board actually ultimately has the vote on the recommendation whether to hire or not whatever staff member is recommended. So I think that the public is trying to say, this is a person or people, down the road who we believe in, who we think has done a good job, and we're asking the board, when they vote, to consider that and either don't vote for the recommendation or ask in personnel, because you can discuss it in personnel, ask to put forward someone that the public feels is certainly a good candidate for that job. That's all. Thank you.